Regression analysis. Regression analysis is a form of inference statistics. In this regression tutorial, there is one dependent variable, which is the number of A's, and two independent variables, namely pamphlets and extra classes. Apart from that, there are three columns. Each column has 30 rows of data. Each row corresponds to a different student. For instance, the first student obtained 6 A's out of 8 subjects registered after the West Africa Senior School Examination, WASSCE. The number of pamphlet bought before the WASSCE were 4. The student attended 4 extra classes per week. We will run a multiple regression analysis to ascertain whether pamphlets bought by students and the extra classes attended by these students, there were statistically significant differences in the number of A's the students attained after the WASSCE. One needs to install the data analysis ToolPak first to be on the same page with us. If you are facing difficulty installing the data analysis ToolPak, then I have a separate tutorial on how to install data analysis ToolPak in Excel. You can find the link to the video in the description box or at the top right corner. Watch the video, install the data analysis ToolPak in Excel, and follow us when you are done with the installation. TechTricksGh. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification for more tutorials. Click on the Data tab, navigate to the Analysis group, and click Data Analysis. When the Analysis dialog box appears, select Regression and click OK. Once the Regression dialog box appears, place the cursor in the input Y range. Click and drag from cell B2 to B32 to input the dependent or predictor variable. Place the cursor again in the input S range, that is pamphlets and extra classes. Click and drag from cell C2 to D32 to input the independent or explanatory variables. Note, the columns must be adjacent, nearby, or next to each other to achieve the right results, or else an error will pop up after clicking the OK button. Select or check the label to indicate the first cell. Select the line fit plots. Place the cursor in the output range and select the cell or range where you want the results to be output on the worksheet, and leave other checkboxes blank and click OK to generate the results. Let's select all the cells and double-click on the edge of the cells to expand it. From the summary output, reduce the regression statistics to a 3 decimal place. Reduce the ANOVA also to a 3 decimal place. TechTricksGh. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification to enable notification. And finally, reduce the residual outputs also to a 3 decimal place. Let's look at the summary outputs and explain few things one needs to know. R square equals 0.670, representing 67% of the variation in the number of A's displayed by the independent variables, namely pamphlets and extra classes. Note, the closer the R square is to 1, the better the regression line fits the data. Let's look at the ANOVA also and explain a few things one needs to know. Significance F allows the user to check if the results are reliable or statistically significant. The significance F is 0.000. Once it is less than 0.05, then you are good to go. Let's look at the p-value and explain few things one needs to know. The p-value of the pamphlet is not statistically significant because its value is 0.060, which is greater than the significance level of 0.05. On the other hand, the extra classes, which is 0.000, is statistically significant because the p-value is less than the significance level of 0.05. Hence, the extra classes a significant predictor of the number of A's a student obtains in WASSCE. We can predict the number of A's using this customized formula. P&A's is equals to I plus PC multiplied by PU plus ECC multiplied by EU, where predicted number of A's, P&A's, is equals to intercept I plus pamphlet coefficient, PC, multiplied by pamphlet unit, PU, plus extra classes coefficient, ECC, multiplied by extra classes units, EU. First, enter the equal sign on the keyboard and press intercept, which is cell G18. Press the plus sign on the keyboard and select the pamphlet coefficient, which is cell G19, and press the multiplication sign on the keyboard. Now select the pamphlet units, which is cell C3, and press the plus sign on the keyboard. Select extra classes coefficient, which is cell G20, and press the multiplication sign on the keyboard. Finally, select the extra classes units, cell D3, and press the enter key on the keyboard to see the results, which is 4.806870156. We will now run it in a 3 decimal place, which is 4.807. When we compare the results in observation 1, it is clear that the formula outcome and the residual outputs are the same. Let's calculate another observation to confirm our answer. First, enter the equal sign on the keyboard and select intercept, which is cell G18. Press the plus sign on the keyboard and select pamphlet coefficient, which is cell G19, and press the multiplication sign on the keyboard. Now select pamphlet units, which is cell C5, and press the plus sign on the keyboard. Select the extra classes coefficient, which is cell G20, and press the multiplication sign on the keyboard. Select the extra classes unit, which is cell D5, and press the enter key on the keyboard to see the results, which is 3.683525,107. We will now run it in a 3 decimal place, which is 3.684. Let's compare the results in observation 3 to see the formula outcome and the residual outputs are the same. TechTricksGh. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification for more tutorials. Let's look at the line fit plots. From the extra classes line fit plot charts, the predicted number of A's is in orange and the number of A's is in blue. From the pamphlets line fit plot charts, the predicted number of A's is in orange and the number of A's is in blue. In our next data analysis video, we will look at t-test.